Hello and welcome back to another edition of Campus Dad. You must have watched a lot of the episodes now. By now, it's already released. If you don't know what this show is about, and this is the first one you're watching, my name is Anil and I'm your Campus Dad. What's Campus Dad? I had a daughter. When in college, I was a dad then. I was a dad before. I'm a dad now too. But my dadhood during her campus time made me a Campus Dad. And this is a show that is designed to give you, the future campus dads, or maybe even current ones, a sense of how you should navigate this Drake passage of emotions, independence, confusion that your daughter in college will be going through. Drake passage is the choppiest waters of this planet, and that's why the reference. It falls below Argentina on the way to Antarctica. So that said, we have with us in our studio Divyashree. Divyashree has been a long-time colleague. We started out as friends, then colleagues, and now she's here as a subject matter for this show called Campus Dad. Why Divya? Now, Divya is a media person. She's been on ZTV as a host anchor in her much younger days. Began her career in the movie industry or television industry or radio industry. What has she not done? And now she's a farmer. Without giving away much about her through my voice, let's have her tell us where she came from. Divya, welcome to my show.
Hi Anil, thanks. That was a beautiful intro, I must say. I didn't realize that I have so many facets. Just went back in time. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Right, so now, where did you come from?
A small town called Shimoga.
And what was that life there like? You went to school there?
Yeah, I did my schooling and college there. Got married, came to Bangalore.
Well, not so quite. So you did your schooling there.
Yeah, I did my
Dwell a
schooling
little
there.
on it. What kind of school was it? And
It was called Swami Vivekananda Public School, or whatever.
Okay.
I studied there from LKG onwards till 10th. Same school, same
Okay,
set of friends.
and then college was where?
College was again in Shimoga.
So here's a small town, right? Now you're in Bengaluru. When you look back at that kid in college or in school in small town Shimoga, are these two different Divyas?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that Divya like?
That Divya was not so confident. She didn't know how future looks like. She was apprehensive, but she had a lot of dreams. She wanted to grow bigger than her boots. I would often get into my dad's shoes and enact and say. So whatever the physical attributes that we show as kids, it's also the emotional attribute that you're showing inside.
All right, so small town Shimoga. What was your home like?
We were 3 kids: dad, mom, me, my brother, and sister.
Okay.
Quite a smaller family.
Conservative?
Conservative, yes. A lot conservative, yes.
So give me an example of how conservative.
I was not allowed to go out post 6 o'clock. So I, for the longest time, believed that 6 o'clock post 6 o'clock, if you get out, then the dark will just catch you up. There's something in the dark.
The Rakshas will show up.
The dark is not good for a girl. That was the mentality. I was often told that you have to come back home before it sets dark. And, after moving into Bangalore, after working in media, I've mostly worked in night shifts and, so that transition was kind of different, yeah.
Okay, and you said you went to college there as well? Mm-hmm. What college was that?
It was a PU college. And graduation, so I was a very confused kid. I took up science for my 11th and 12th,
Okay.
and then realized that I don't enjoy it as much. And then I jumped into commerce. I did my graduation in commerce.
So you did 2 graduations?
No, I just did 11th and 12th
Oh, the
with
PUC,
science.
that's okay. The
Yeah.
pre-university
and then,
stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
for the graduation, I decided I'll go
Go into
commerce.
commerce, then?
And then for my post-graduation, I decided that I love arts. So I was a very confused kid, didn't have clarity as to what should I be
No,
doing.
I wouldn't call
pursuing.
it confused kid. I would call her highly educated, right? In commerce, science, and the arts.
Yeah, master of all, jack of none, though.
Well, master of all is great. You don't have to be a jack at all. Okay, so now all of this college life was in Shimoga.
Graduation was in Shimoga, and then I got married in my second year.
You got married while you were in college.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is interesting. Why?
Because
What was the rush?
My dad thought I was a very confused kid. I was ahead of my times.
So
I
why
would
not
often,
confuse you more and get her married?
they just thought it's good to pack her off, wash your hands off because can't handle you kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Was it the old mentality of ladki paraya dhan hai?
More than pariah, than I would say they just felt that since she's so much ahead of time, it would be difficult for us to handle someone like her. So it's best to be handed over to someone who can handle her for the rest of the life. Something like that.
So the
I
husband
guess.
was a handler.
Yeah, poor
Now,
one.
you said you had another sister.
Yeah.
How old? Are you younger or older?
She's 6 years younger than me. She lives
Oh
in
my,
US
how was
now.
her life?
I think they kind of learn through. The eldest one is always the experimental one, I guess.
So the parents were better with her than with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So clearly your parents weren't that great with you.
I wouldn't say not great. I think they just did their best that they know at that time.
No,
Now
in comparison.
in the hindsight, when I look back, I feel we all do mistakes as parents. We just do whatever best that we know of. So I wouldn't call it as...
Correct. That's an important point here. This is not about telling you dads or you campus gals what to do or what not to do. You're doing your best, the best you know how, exactly what she said.
Yeah.
But this is more a guide. When you hear more people and their stories, it might give you a sense of, oh, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should deal with my dad like this, or maybe I should deal with my campus gal like this. So it's just a guide. We are an extension of your parenting. We're not trying to replace it. We're not judging it. None of that stuff. But let's get back to this story here. Okay, so Divya, you've got your parent who you were the eldest child, a young girl, and tell me a little bit about your dad. What was he like?
Growing up days, oh, he was very strict. I had not seen him smile at all.
No,
except for
you're going into what he was like with you, but what was he like?
generally,
How was he as a husband? Because you don't know him in any other role,
he hardly
right?
had any time for us. He was a business guy, so he was into the liquor business. So obviously the timings were different. I never saw him as a 9 to 5 or
He was a bootlegger. Huh?
yeah, he would come very late in the evenings,
Okay.
mostly in the nights when we mostly slept. My vague memory is that he would honk at the end of the road, and I would just get up and say, "Oh, Dad is here,"
But go back to bed.
No, we would just go. So sometimes he would take his two-wheeler and go. And those days we would just stir a bit and say, why don't you teach us just one round, all the three of us would
So
do
you
that.
would see him in the evenings, but before you went to bed.
Yeah. Mostly after we went to bed, but we would wake up to the noise of the horn.
Okay, so you
That-
went to
that's
bed,
been-
he showed up,
Yeah.
you woke up,
Yeah.
spent some time with him, went
Yeah,
back to bed.
and then come back. Yeah. That's been my fondest memory. I mean, whenever I think of my dad, that's what resonates with me. That's the only time that we kind of spent. Otherwise, mostly in the afternoons that he would come home for lunch, mostly by 3:30. By then, we would have finished our lunch. Sometimes we would be in school. Only on the weekends, we would just, get to spend some time. And another fondest memory that I have is that after he ate his meal, he would take a little rice curd, mix it, and he would feed us. The last 2-3 spoons, though we were all full, he would just feed us.
That was
No conversation, no hugs. I don't remember that kind of expression. The expression was feeding.
So that was his love language.
Yes.
Right? So, campus gals, if you're watching, there's something called love language. And every father has it differently. Right? So you need to be a little more conscious to see what you can pick up about your father's actions. It might not be what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Right? Mostly girls would like more attention, more talking, sharing. But guys are they don't like doing that much. But they do it in other ways. And your dad fed you.
Yeah. Or he would peel a fruit and give it. Back in those times, we would not know what it is, right? But now when I look back, I feel, oh yeah, the love language that you're talking about, that was so unknown to us back in those times, right? But
Well, even today, it's not a very popular thing.
yeah.
Anyway, but so your time with your dad was so limited every day.
Yeah.
So was he pari ki papa or were you papa ki pari?
Neither of them, I guess. No.
So you all didn't have that kind of
No,
bond.
I think he had a lot of responsibilities, and his love language mostly was the act of service. He was trying to be the provider. We were 3 kids. My mom was not working. She was a homemaker. So his love language was basically to be a provider and provide the best of education for us, the best of facilities for my mom. So he was very engrossed in being a provider, as a dutiful person. And Maybe that was a love language that we never saw back in that time. But now, now that I am working and I do my act of service, I do understand that emotion.
You're a parent now.
Yeah.
The only interaction you've had with your dad was that little moment. But your other exposure to men-women interaction was your father and mother.
Yes.
Right? So what was your father like to your mother? Because that's what you learned from. Or that's what you unlearned from. Depends.
Like I said, he hardly had any time for any of us, right? His love language was to be a provider. But once in fortnight or once in a month, he would take us to a particular hotel, which was grand at that point in time. And he would get us the masala dosa. I would see often my parents sitting in one corner on the table, exchanging some glances or conversations, and we would play in the swing in the garden. That picture, though we don't have a picture of that, that picture in my mind is so beautiful. Whenever I think of us as family, unit of 5, all of us, that's what always plays in my mind.
And now you are in college. In school, you were protected, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But when you went to college, did you feel a sense of freedom that you didn't get in school?
Oh, no. It got more stricter.
No, in your head.
In my head, yes. I felt I'm grown up, so I should be allowed to do whatever. And then there was more stricter actions taken. And that kind of freaked me out. So I studied in a co-ed school.
Okay. Then
I was allowed to have friends as boys,
Who were
boys
boys?
as
Okay.
friends, And then suddenly I was asked not to talk to the same guys that I interacted with, who were my friends back in school.
Oh, so school boys were okay, but the same boys in college were not okay.
Not okay. And that made me wonder and question as to why, because...
But did you have a lot of that interaction with those boys in college? Did you bring them home?
No, bringing them home was far-fetched. I mean, that was not at all possible. But back in that time, the landline was introduced and somebody would call on the landline and my mother would, not missed calls, they would just call and say, Auntie, is Divya home? And she would be like, who is this? Same guy who would come home on phone. My mom would be like, don't call her, don't talk to her. And then I would often question saying, why? And then they were like, don't question. Why do you ask so many questions? So
This was your mom as well.
yeah, mom as well. She was far more stricter because she had to take care of the 3 kids. And it was
she
her
had-
responsibility.
She had to answer to your dad.
Yeah.
Right? That's tough. Okay, so those calls started increasing at home.
No, it kind of reduced because all of them realized. But I
What was the need to get you married that quickly while you were still in college?
think I got a lot of attention from boys.
And he knows that.
Yeah, both of them knew. Apparently, one of my birthday, I turned 16 that year, and somebody sent me 100 roses and 100 letters. I don't even know who that guy was. So
I can imagine your father's head. Oh my God.
yeah.
This is only beginning now. Let's get this girl married. So this way is not my problem no more.
Yeah. The question was, who is this guy? I said, I don't know. And they were like, how can he send you 100 roses if you didn't know him? I said, I really don't know. I would want to know who it is.
Dads, I mean, it's a free country. Most of the world we live in is free. And if someone sends your daughter something, it's quite possible she doesn't know him. In today's world, it's easy to get in touch or get somebody's address. So don't put your girl on the dock. At some point, you've got to understand that you might have done it too, as when you were a young boy. But yeah, girls not always know who their admirers are, and that's not their fault. It's like saying, why did you wear those clothes and therefore you attracted the attention? No. So she's beautiful, so what? She will get looked at. You can either be proud or don't be anything at all. Did you tell your dad this?
I think what that incident made me was to believe that attention is not good. As a girl, you should not attract unwanted attention or just attention for that matter, That came, I mean, even now when someone compliments or gives me attention, I do have my phobia with that kind of thing, Because growing up years, whatever you face, psychologically, it kind of affects you moving forward as well.
So your relationship with your dad, how did that translate to your relationship with men in your life?
The first guy whom I had in my life was my husband after my dad, right? I mean, after my brother and, I kind of expected him also to be a provider and same traits.
He wasn't like your dad.
No, not at all.
How did your dad find him?
It was an arranged marriage. It was his best friend's son. And that's how we got married.
So you knew this guy growing up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you were friends even before you were
No,
married.
I didn't know him. I didn't know him.
So how can your dad's best friend's son not be part of your life?
Because friends' kids didn't come home back in those times. It wasn't like this. So they kind of met outside. They were close, and
So the
our
families-
interaction was very limited. Very limited.
So the reason I'm having her tell you this story is because see what Campus Gal, the platform this is on, and Campus Dad, the show about relationships with fathers and daughters. This is set up for a lot of girls like her, who come from a small town, come into a big city, and the big city girls and the big city lights and the big city life could make your daughter feel less than she is. And we're running the journey with her from Shimoga to Bangalore. You got married at 19 in your first year of college, and you came to Bangalore
Yeah.
right after that,
Yeah.
and you finished college here.
No, I did my distance education, second and third year, because I was already in my second year.
Okay.
And they decided that I can just continue go and write my exams. So I had my distance learning sorts.
So when did your relationship with your father cease? When you got married?
I was very, very angry on him. I was very angry because I felt that he didn't love me enough, and he kind of
Got rid of you?
got rid of me. Yeah. So I was angry for a while. And then
How
I
much
also...
is a while?
I don't remember. I think maybe couple of years.
Oh, that's not long. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But not that
When
I
he
showed
realized-
any traits as such. I was just angry inside.
When you realized he picked the best guy for you, and did you forgive him? Was he the best guy for you?
Oh, yeah, of course he was. Absolutely. I was blessed to have him. He was definitely not like my father at all. In fact, he made me far more independent. He would just push me to just go do my things. He would say, okay, now that you don't have your college going regularly, why don't you do something here? And I was like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, do anything, any short course which can keep you occupied.
So
because-
quickly tell me, what was your life like now that you left your dad, came with your husband,
Yeah.
while still in college, into Bangalore, the big city?
The transition was so,
So
drastic.
Give us a little glimpse into that, and how you felt as this small town Shimoga girl coming into the city. How did people treat you here? How did you treat them?
Okay. So in Shimoga, I had got my license. I had turned 18 and I was sent to the driving school, but I was never given the car to drive. While here, my husband challenged me saying that you have your license, you claim that you can drive. Why don't you drive? Why do you
Show me.
want me to drop you or take you and stuff like that? Why don't you just take the car and go by your own? And I was like, oh, this is Bangalore, big city. What about traffic? What if something goes wrong with me? He said, it's okay. What if you bang? We'll leave it to the service, but that shouldn't stop you. Just go. That was a different experience, And I would call my parents and tell them that I took my car and went on my own. They would freak out. They would call my husband and say, why? What if something goes wrong? They were extremely protective even after I was married. Or he would send me to go and pay the bill of a Bescom or, some bank work. And they would be like, why is she supposed to do this? And then he was like, she's my wife and I want her to be independent. So I would do it my way. I don't want interference. So that also
Was there conflict at that point?
A little bit,
with your
yeah.
husband and your dad?
Yeah. But he was a soft-spoken guy, my husband. So he kind of put it very softly. Yet my dad was offended, I guess. Yeah. He didn't like it that much. And when I took up hosting,
Tell me about that. What hosting?
I decided that I'll do something in my free time. Back in those times, we had an opportunity to go and host for just an hour in one of the radio channels. It was from Sun Network called SFM. And they had RJs going in every hour and doing shows. College students, some artists, just like Campus Gal, right? Back in that time. So every hour we had an opportunity to go host and we would get paid. It wasn't a full day work, but we had to do some amount of prep, take it to the PD, run it, and then go on the show and just be there live for an hour and come back. That gave me pocket money.
Did it give you confidence?
Oh, it gave me confidence. It gave me comfort. It gave me my voice more than anything.
Because you said you came with less confidence to the city.
Yeah. Mike gave me more confidence. And I could just switch on the mic and talk to myself as if there's nobody watching me. It's like dancing in the rain as if nobody's watching you. When you speak your heart out because you just feel you're talking to yourself with just you and the mic and the studios.
Was this the first job you applied for, or was there something else?
One of my friend told me that there's a job of
a bling
sales
showroom.
executive of a crystal showroom.
Bling, a lot of bling.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they kind of rejected me because they thought I was not hep enough.
So you were this gawar.
I think I was pretty good for that city, not too good for
Bangalore.
a city like Bangalore, yeah.
And
that
how did that
changed.
make you feel? So that's the story of 1,000 or hundreds of thousands of girls.
Mm-hmm.
You took that as what?
I decided to groom myself. It broke my heart a bit. I questioned it for 2 days saying, okay, my English was good. I could speak well. I could have been good sales executive. I could have sold the product. But what mattered to them was not the skill.
You weren't groomed enough.
I wasn't groomed enough, yeah. Because I had to wear a micro mini with stockings and a certain kind of attire. And she felt I also had the Mangal Sutra and, I didn't look a certain way. And they just told me on my face that you don't fit in. So couple of days I was disturbed. I was like, what do I do? Am I supposed to remove this? I come with certain values and stuff like that. And I spoke
Who
to my
did you
husband.
call first? Husband?
My husband, yeah. He
Okay.
was my go-to person always. He said, doesn't matter. You're with me. What you wear really doesn't matter. You are going to be with me. You are my wife. That doesn't change. This is just symbolic. If that's kind of becoming a hindrance or whatever.
So he said take the Mangal Sutra off.
No,
if
he
you
said
have
it's
to.
up to you. If you want to cover it up or if you want to take it, whatever it takes for you to be confident and to fit into the city, please go ahead. So he took me to the parlor, had a nice haircut. We went shopped. I said, I used to wear all of this during my college
So
days
you,
as well.
you had your pretty woman moment
yeah.
with Julia Roberts and
Yeah. I had my
Richard
princess
Gere.
moment.
Yeah. So you had this makeover.
Yes.
And then what did you do with that makeover? Did you send a picture to your dad?
No. Because that was not digital times like now, right?
No, sure, but
No, it was not really to prove my parents anything. It was to prove something to myself too. So, no, I didn't send any pictures to my parents or such.
what do you think he would have said had he seen you that way?
Shocked, maybe. They wouldn't like it because they seen me in a certain way. He would like me with long hair, more appropriate dress according to what they think goes well with their value system. I don't think they would have liked it. But they did encounter me like that after a while, right? Once I kind of proved. So what happened in the interim was after the grooming session, I kind of got far more confident.
Uh-huh.
I looked at mirror and I said, wow, you look beautiful. Why should you go as a sales executive? Why not try something else?
Okay.
And since I was very good at conversation, I was flipping the TV and then I saw one of the ads from a very popular VJ. He said, if you're Chatterbox, we're going to pay you. That line stayed with me.
Well, if you're watching this show and if you're a chatterbox at Campus Gal, we'll pay you to come and do your own podcasts, do your own shows, talk about your life, talk about your joys and your trials and tribulations, either on video or on radio. And maybe she is the future of your life.
Absolutely.
So tell me your career. So what happened there?
So I went and auditioned. I got my breakthrough
As
as a VJ
As a
in one
VJ.
of the
Okay.
in one of the cable network channels.
Okay.
I took that as an experience. I did it for a couple of months, and then there was a national TV getting launched, Zee Canada,
Okay.
and then I said, why not go and try this? So I kind of auditioned for that. I did a couple of shows.
So you became a TV star.
Kind of, yeah, overnight.
Okay, and then how long did that last?
That was a year or so.
Did your dad see you on TV?
Yeah, of course he did. They were
And?
very proud. Yeah, they were very, very proud of me.
What were you wearing?
Jeans, t-shirts, whatever. Of course, within the limits because, again, not
What, you were afraid of daddy seeing you there? Or?
Yeah, I
Really?
just didn't
So
want-
it was in your subconscious now.
absolutely, all the time.
I say, whatever relationship you have with your daughter in college, a campus gal, I think it translates to the rest of her life. So if you're going to put a seed in her head, it should be the one that flowers and not the ones with thorns in it.
Nobody intends to do it, but unfortunately,
It's not about intent. You know you're doing something wrong. I mean, as a dad, I know certain things I was doing something wrong. When my daughter said, I want to be in a pageant, which meant she had to wear a bikini in front of hundreds of people. As open-minded as I am,
That's surprising, Anil. Really? Really?
okay, as open-minded as I am, and I'm thinking, So all I had to say to her was, I didn't say no. I said, are you going to be proud of yourself wearing that? If you look in the mirror wearing that, are you going to like you?
What was
And
her answer?
She hit the gym. And she invited me to that event. And she looked fabulous.
Wow. That's a bold decision.
Of course, you can catch that episode with my daughter on this side, talking to you about me, giving you a report card of how good or how bad a dad I was. But this is about her now, Divya. So Divya, tell me more about your dad.
I was apprehensive about how would they perceive me. So in my head, I would always stay in my boundaries, and I kind of realized that I'm restricting myself, because in a glamorous media field, you can't really put boundaries around you. And that's when I realized that, oh no, I can't be a host for a long time, because I'm really restricting myself with...
So in your subconscious, this was that strong?
Yeah.
Where you decided, heck, I can't have my father looking at me like this all the time.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
While your husband says it's all cool.
He mattered
So
to
your
me.
dad still had you
Yes.
controlled.
Always. Even now, so many times.
So when is he around?
No, I lost him last year. Been a year.
Would you have done this show if he was still around?
Yeah.
When were you bold enough to tell him the things you actually felt?
After my daughter was born,
It took you
the way
that
I
long.
was raising her, yes.
So he questioned that too.
No, he didn't question, but I started speaking my mind. I would tell them that I would raise her the way I want.
Which means they were telling you how to raise her.
Not really, but I didn't wanted anybody's interference. As grandparents, they would have...
No, Divya, you keep saying that. But if they're not interfering, then why would you think it's interference? Clearly they were.
I really don't remember any of those.
Because I'm going by your language,
I think
right?
you start seeking validation, and even when nobody is questioning, the validation becomes your center subconsciously.
So you're always thinking, oh, my dad would have not liked this, but now I have to justify to him, I'm doing this because, and he wouldn't have even asked you.
Yeah, maybe.
You were just telling him
Yeah.
like he asked you.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds crazy, but yes, that's true.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
And what did you get to tell him once you started raising your daughter?
That she will have a mind of her own, and she will do what she wants to do.
So were you sending him a message saying, this should have been me?
See, my mom, the way she handled us was by giving us a whack.
Okay.
So that was something which was not acceptable to me as a child. I would always tell, you can't hit me, Once I grow up, I'm not going to let you hit me. So when I was raising my daughter, the first thing that I told myself was, I'm never going to raise my hands on her. I've never raised my hand so far. She's 23.
Okay, well, I hope not now, but...
No, not even when she was growing up. Because that was a conscious decision not to do.
And where was did your dad play a grandfather's role in this?
Very limited, because my
Well, he
sister...
was limited in your father's role too, right?
Yeah, much more limited in my daughter's life, because my sister was around, and they had the responsibility of the third child. So very limited interactions and very limited time that my daughter kind of spent. But with her, I think he was pretty okay. She doesn't remember any of these. She says this version of, whatever you're saying. I've never seen my granddad do that.
So he sobered down and
Maybe.
now it's not his responsibility anymore, right?
Maybe. With my sister, I think that transition and already happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was your sister a feisty girl?
She was.
Did
She
she
was
fight
quite,
for her?
yeah. So she was given the car to drive around. She was never asked, why are you coming post 6? So I would often call and question
Really?
saying, why is that she has, so much freedom, and why didn't I get that? And why were you biased?
So deep down, did you resent your dad?
Yeah, for some years,
For some years, meaning...
until I became a parent and I realized why some things are done in a certain way.
So you started validating his actions once you became a parent?
I started to justify his actions in my own head, saying that maybe he did this to protect me, to make sure that I don't lose my path, or, certain answers that I was trying to justify in my own head to pacify.
So you forgave him?
Oh yeah, long back.
Did you tell him you forgave him? Because
Yes.
Did he
Yes.
know you were pissed?
Yes, I'll tell you. Yeah, I did. But the year that I lost him in June. Just 10 days before I lost him was the Father's Day. I called him and I told him all of these things. I told him that I resented you for years. I felt bad. I had my anguish, but you know what? You did your best. You were the best father because you provided us good education. You gave me a good guy to lead my life on, and whatever was in your control to give, you gave all of it. So I don't hold anything against you
So
now.
was he confused? Why is she telling me this?
No.
So he knew you felt this way?
But I think he was expecting that conversation. It came very late, but I kind of did it before he was gone. It should have gone much earlier, but I don't know why I held it for that long. That year, I don't know why. I just called and said, you just did your best. And
Well, there's some people listening to you, I hope. Some of them fathers, some of them campus gals. So as a campus gal, what advice would you give current campus gals on how to deal with their parent, the father mostly?
you just have to understand that they have certain value system that they have followed, and their parents, whatever they did, they have taken certain attributions, and that's what they're displaying. So let go.
And to fathers?
Fathers, just be more kind, more understanding. See,
That's
whatever I am today, it's also because of my husband, who is also a man, right? He also came from the same town, but his mentality was way different from my dad's. So, I mean, that's
Do you
still
think
a
parenting
question.
had a role to play? Maybe his parenting was different?
Yeah, maybe it was different. So he saw
Because
it
he's a
differently.
boy?
Maybe, yeah. Also, his sister, I think she kind of rode bike, and it was different. So I think he came from that sort of mindset.
So if you put yourself back in your campus gal shoes, what would you tell your dad? I'm not trying to make you cry or anything.
No, I don't want to. You were the best papa. That's it. Whatever best you could do, you've done it, and I'm glad I was your child. That's it.
Yeah, all that's great. But what would you have, if you had the strength and courage to tell him at that time?
You should have been far more understanding of me. Even if I was ahead of times, you should have just trusted me a bit, because the guy who wrote the letter, I don't even know him, and you trusted.
So this letter, obviously you didn't tell me this before. So what was this letter about?
I never got
He
an
wrote
opportunity.
100 letters or brought you 100 roses?
Both 100 roses and 100 letters, which I never got to read. It was burnt. I mean, and he was sent to the police station, apparently. They found out who it was. And he also told my father that I never spoke to him, but he kind of followed me through, and he liked me. That's why I wrote.
So yeah, you were telling your father something.
That's it. I just wanted him to be more understanding of me. Had he trusted me a little more, then probably I would have had a little more happier childhood.
Happier childhood. So her life changed when she got married. It changes for all of us. For some of us, it's great. For some of us, not so great. And her childhood versus her married life clearly were night and day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here you had a restrictive man, and there you had a supportive man.
Yeah, that's what changed the course of action, right? Today, if I'm here, and if I have been...
What if your father was more supportive? Where do you think your life would have been now?
Far more different than
What
it
were
is.
your dreams that got stalled because you got married?
Actually, nothing got stalled, but the credit would have gone to my dad than my husband. That's it, I guess. Because nothing stopped me. I did what I had to do.
Okay.
I did what I believed in myself. That nothing changed. It's just that had he supported me, that credit would have been his. That's it. I think that changed.
No, so were you planning to get married?
No, it was their decision. It was
No,
an
so if
arranged-
you hadn't got married, what was your life going to be like?
I had not got married, and if my dad was the way he was, then maybe I would have just done nothing. I would have lost my confidence, because I was losing my confidence at that time, because that was my age to dream and fly and stuff like that. I didn't know I was beautiful to be an anchor. I didn't know. I mean, now when people compliment and say you have such a beautiful eyes, I'm like, I can't take the compliment
Yeah,
so
they're
well.
actually quite pretty. They're
Yeah.
nice and brown.
Thanks. But I didn't know how to take those compliments. Even now, sometimes because I was never told that I was beautiful or, I could do certain roles because of the features that I have. So that didn't give me much confidence per se. So maybe I wouldn't have recognized myself had I not gone to that grooming, had I not attended that interview, had I not gone through that process. I would have never realized who I am, or I would have never seen the person that I am here today. I would have never got to meet that Divya. I met that Divya then.
Early.
Yeah.
And now what's your life like?
I'm a mother. Of course, I'm also working, but I think I enjoy being.
What kind of work are you doing?
I've launched a corporate radio, and we're running it in India. We have five vernaculars.
Other than that, just it?
Oh, I own 2 outlets of Just Bake. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a farm in Kabini. It's an Arakanut farm. I'm handling that as well.
Arakanut, by the way, is that supari.
It's a commercial crop.
Betel nut, yes.
That's where I come from. Shumaga, Tirthalli belt is all about Arakanut. So that's my roots. That's where I come from.
So you're a farmer now.
Yeah, a full time.
So the transition between a small town to a farm town, I guess it's full circle?
It is, yeah, I think so. Because I kind of went back to the roots, right? I had an option to let go of it at some point. I lost my husband 3 years back. So life happens, right? But what I carry is the strength that he gave me, the wings that he gave me. I'm still carrying those and flying higher.
And where does your dad sit on you now?
You know what, Anil? This is very interesting. And
now that both men are not there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened after I lost my husband. My dad became my unconditional support system. He moved in with me for that 1 year and he stayed with me. I saw a different version of my father at that point in time.
I'm glad. Tell me what that version was.
Coming from a small town, I had some of these social stigmas and emotional conditioning that I had. Maybe things that I saw around. I got aversion towards colors. I felt being a widow, I'm supposed to just wear whites and grays. I don't know from where that came from, but I felt that way.
Did you see other people in your town do that?
Yeah, in my dad's village, I had seen a scene of his bhabi.
Okay.
Went through this when she lost her husband. She was she had to go through certain customs and rituals that sat in my head deep down, and that kind of disturbed me. Though nobody told me anything about that, it kind of disturbed me, and I couldn't wear colors for a very long time. I didn't get out of home for a very long time.
So no one told you not to wear colors. You just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Psychologically, it has kind of played on me, and I just took all my jewelry. I wasn't wearing anything. So one day my dad, when he was there, he just sat me through and he said, "Where is this coming from?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe the scene that I saw, and that's so deep inside me that it doesn't allow me to wear certain colors or, Then he told me that this was very interesting, He said, the black bead that you're resenting and you're saying I can never get to wear was the first gift that I got to you as a child. The black bead and the golden bead together on your arms, on your hands as a bangle, is something that I got for you. So this was not gifted by your husband. The color dress that that your mom and I picked up for you was the color that we got to you as a gift. So where are these things coming from? None of these were gifted by your husband. It was all gifted by us as parents, right? Where are these thoughts coming in from? That kind of changed. That conversation with him kind of changed my perspective. So I had a lot of responsibilities. I had to go out and take care of certain business decisions that my husband had made, or the ones that he was running. And the minute I would get ready, he would ask me, "Wear your glasses. Why don't you wear your lipstick?" I was like, "I'm not in mood." He would be like, "No. Wear your glasses. I don't want anybody to see those red eyes. Wear your lipstick, wear the best outfit and come out with me." I think that 1 year with my dad changed the whole dynamics that I had for all these years.
So he wasn't the man you grew up in college with,
Not
but
at all.
he was the man you grew up in life with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when that other man who was your wing, the wind beneath your wing, left you, your dad filled that role.
Yeah.
When he should have done it earlier, but he finally did.
He finally did, yes.
Well, so he showed up.
He showed up. That's why I said he just did his best, whatever he could do back then. But when his time came, he kind of really stood for me. That unconditional support and love, all that came back. He would feed me. He would talk to me about, how the life journey is and
You
how I
were-
should move on. At some point, we even had a conversation of a second marriage, which was very surprising to me because I had not seen that shade of my father.
Well, maybe you should thank your sister for this. She might have groomed
Maybe.
him, right?
some deal, yeah, some effort must have taken, yes, yeah, from her end to educate him, or to probably I don't know what changed, but yes.
Well, men grow wiser or more sober as they grow older, and they see things differently. So maybe that's what went through with him as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I'm probably in that space as well. I'm not the same man I used to be when I was
yeah, we all
a
change and
young
evolve.
dad.
We all evolve with time and
Yeah.
experiences, right? I think my dad also changed with time and with experiences that he had with his other child or the friends' kids, people around him. Maybe he felt that if he ever gets an opportunity, he will make up for that.
But at least you
that-
had that opportunity.
Yeah, I'm glad. It
Because
came at the wrong
it
time.
came at the wrong time, but something tragic also gave you something
Yeah.
positive. So,
Yeah.
well, you have a girl in college, and you are her dad and mom now.
I do my mistakes too as parent. Sometimes, though I know all of it, I have done my share of mistakes too. So every day is just to be a better person, a better parent. Go back and change those mistakes in case you feel that you've done one.
Does your girl come and tell you?
Oh, many times. Oh, yeah.
What does she think you're not doing?
Uh,
Since you're mom and dad in one.
What am I not doing? I think she feels that she's the mother and I'm the kid. So that equation has to change a bit, I guess, now. I've been vulnerable. And
Well, that's after your husband
Yeah,
passed, but
yeah.
before that.
no, before that it was...
What
it
kind
was
of father was he?
Very cool. Very cool. He taught her how to driving, but before that he taught her how to change the stepney.
Correct. You need to change
He's
your
that.
tire.
He was a very hands-on father. He always told that he never said don't go late in the night. He always told be safe. He always taught her how to navigate through those kind of hard times. In case the car gives up or whatever. He always spoke about the bonnets, carbonator, or whatever about the cars. So that was his way of
His love language.
Yes, his love language.
He's not feeding her, but he's
Yes,
empowering her.
yes.
That's what life is like
Yeah.
and all about. So this was a story that Divya was talking to me about her life with her father during her time in college, and how that relationship or that bond made a difference or affected her for the rest of her life. Not every father-daughter get a second chance to make or undo and make things right. She got that. But why even wait for that second chance? The first time you get that moment, figure it out, fix it, find the middle ground. And if you're a college girl, campus girl, they want to seem like they're bad. Maybe it's their coping mechanism because they don't have the same opportunity as your mother to spend time with you because they've got to go and provide. Not that mothers don't provide, they do in a different way. But a father and a man usually, and I can see all the daggers of the feminists come out, but I don't really care. But the fact is, my truth, is we had to get out. I didn't see my kids much as I'd love to have seen them. And we find ourselves with a wall. We make a wall so that we don't get affected. We may seem stone cold to you from the other side as a daughter or as a child, but we are not stone cold. We just find a way to cope by seeming that way. So give your dad a break, and if he doesn't communicate, you do. Wear him down. So eventually that wall will come down, and that's a promise. Well, thank you for watching my show. Campus Dad had an objective to bring perspective to fathers who are raising a child, a girl child, going into college, in college, and for the campus gal who is in college, to better understand your father through these stories. Everyone has a story. If you have a story to tell, just DM us, ring us. All of this is available on campusgal.in. Find us and we'll tell you how to tell your story. Forget tell, we'll teach you will encourage you, will support you, because the confidence that you need to tell your story is not inborn. Circumstances like your father's relationship with you might erode that confidence. Come on here. We'll try and fix it. That's what Campus Gal is about, is to groom confidence into you so when you leave college, you could be the best version of yourself every single moment going forward. Well, we have a great series on Campus Gal Radio, which you should listen to. It's about how to stay safe as a Campus Gal. It's delivered to you by this girl called Rakhi Chan. No, Jackie Chan ki behan nahi hai. But take a listen. Campus Gal Radio.